All right, here we go. It's 11:11 at night. I want to get a couple characters in. Ah, well, it's going to be quite the night. Though not that long. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. She. Ah. Ah, man, well, we still got time. We got plenty of time. Meta Knight's origins. Meta Knight debuted in Kirby's Adventure on the NES. Gosh, okay, Meta Knight. What are my thoughts on him? Okay, so what is it like? So first, my cousin Marley got Kirby Superstar Ultra, and then Squeak Squad. And then a few years later, I would actually go on and get the game. What is it, Superstar Ultra? Just because I wanted to like experience the Kirby series. And what is it? Because I remember Meta Knight was in Brawl, but I didn't understand why people said he was so good. And I wouldn't know until maybe Smash 4 came out till I like decided to do a little bit of like research. And Jesus Christ, this guy was really good. And then in Kirby Superstar Ultra, what is it? There was Meta Nightmare Ultra. Uh, well, no, Meta Nightmare Ultra was a combination of Meta Nightmare mode, which was in Return to Dreamland. But this basically was this mode allowed you to play through the basically the entirety of the original like Kirby Superstar, but as Meta Knight with healing powers, speed up powers, and assists. It was basically speedrunner mode, and it was a lot of fun. Though some levels didn't make any sense, like Meta Knight destroying the halberd. That was like, what? I tried making up little funny scenarios in my head, like, oh, maybe the ship's gone like rogue or something. And now Meta Knight's like trying to take down the ship, or like he's testing himself against his own ship. It would be stuff like that I'd try figuring out. And then Meta Knight would be playable in Kirby Returns to Dreamland, which is like the second best Kirby game. Crud. And then what is it? The one thing I liked about like that one is that like Meta Knight and King Dedede weren't the bad guys in that game, and it was completely unique characters. There we go. Huzzah! Got him with Meta Knight. Cheesed. But what I liked is how it was unique characters, and for the first time, these guys were all like joining forces and fighting together. Because like, what is it? They did something similar in Kirby 64 with Dedede and Bandana Waddle Dee. Well, the predecessor to Bandana Waddle Dee. Fan theories aside, it's probably the same character. So what I just liked is how they were able to like bring these four characters together and bring them on this really big cool adventure. And it was a lot of fun playing with like my friends and especially my cousins. Nope. How about you, Sephiroth? All right, and then we'll move on to Pit. So originally, I watched Chuggy Conroy's Let's Play of Kid Icarus Uprising, and it inspired me to go get the game a few years later. When the Nintendo eShop, no, it was Club Nintendo was coming to the end, and everyone had like games you could pick. I chose Kid Icarus Uprising, and I'll admit, I totally didn't kill my 3DS because I totally did. Rest in peace, Pikachu 3DS. You were a good friend, but you got killed by Kid Icarus Uprising. But I will say that was probably the best looking 3DS game. Like, bar none, that is the best 3DS looking game, easily. And it's like, it's amazing too that that was like a launch title for the system. And all my experiences with Pit come from there, actually. What else? I actually bought the original Kid Icarus Uprising, the 3D version of it, but I can never get past the first stage because it was like brutally difficult, so I understood what people meant by that. And then there was another Kid Icarus game, which was for I think it was the Game Boy that nobody talks about / nobody remembers. In fact, I'm pretty sure when Sakurai and his team were working on it, they never mentioned this at all either. Huh? Where did that case go? So I guess like what is it? Well, there's a bunch of people who say like they hate Dark Pit and they don't like how Pit plays. How they would have given him maybe the cannon instead as one of his additional moves, maybe down B. I understand where they're coming from, but I like both Pits actually. Just having more characters in the roster and just like for that one chapter you get to play as Dark Pit in the game, it's really fun. In fact, I wonder if the online multiplayer is still a thing because in 2018, yeah, the online multiplayer I think was still going. Though I kind of wish, like, what is it? The upper dash arm was a little bit better because in the original Kid Icarus, you could shoot stuff with it. And then the Guardian Orbitars, I had a different set of Orbitars when I played through the game. They were the most broken item ever. They look like two jet engines. And I kind of just wish you could at least shoot with these Orbitars around you and they weren't just a reflector. But hey, I guess Palutena had to get all the special spells you can use in the game, the goddess powers, that's what they were called, yeah. And then Power Flight, I wish they at least made Pit's wings move when he used it. But I guess we can't always have what we want in these games. There we go. Bye! Sephiroth, hell yeah. This'll be easy. 11 seconds with Pit, hell yeah. So we got Meta Knight, Pit, Dark Pit will be another one. Oh yeah, so when Smash 4 originally came out, there was a lot of people hating on Dark Pit. I actually decided to like reverse that on people and try using Dark Pit as like a main for a while just because he hit a little harder. Or at least I thought he hit a little bit harder. And it wasn't because I was like an edgelord or anything. I just feel like what is it? Like for the characters that like got hated on the most, those were the characters that I always wanted to relate to. Like even though I wasn't hated on, I just felt like bad for them. This is the reason why I chose Turtwig back in elementary school when Diamond and Pearl came out, because all the girls were a fan of Piplup and they were calling him Bubbles, and then most of the guys were choosing Chimchar. So that left Turtwig, and I was the only one I remember that like picked it out of everyone there. So it's kind of funny now because Turtwig was my original like starter Pokemon all those years ago, and the reason why I chose it was because I was choosing against the majority, and I felt so bad for him because my elementary school, we had all these bookmarks for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and you had Turtwig, Chimchar, Piplup, and Dialga and Palkia, but when my class got picks, it was basically between the three starters, and I just felt so bad because nobody had picked the Turtwig one. That would be some telling signs for when the game came out, but Turtwig was a fun Pokemon to pick. Like, and then Ash's Torterra was pretty good too. But that's the reason why I like Dark Pit. He just reminds me of like that Turtwig story about how there's all these people who like hate these characters and how they deserve more. So it's the reason also why, what is it, like, I know a lot of people hate Byleth, but, like, I like Byleth. But it's also the fact that, like, I played Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I'm also a Fire Emblem fan. So maybe, like, I'm a little biased there. But I will admit, yeah, when Byleth was originally announced, I was a little, like, disappointed because I had overhyped myself for, like, the reveal. I honestly had no idea who to expect. You could have, like, put any character at the end of Fighter Pass 1, and I would have been hyped as hell. But that's the reason why I stopped watching leaks, because I overhyped myself, and I don't want to, like, do that anymore. I feel like that kills, like, all Smash speculation and all the fun, because now all of a sudden everyone puts themselves into, like, an echo chamber of, no, it's going to be this character, it's going to be this character. Or if it's not this one, trust me, I got bit hard by the Grinch leak, and I don't want to ever be back in those days. Come on, Dark Pit, we can do this. Okay. I was able to cheese you with Pit, but I guess not with Dark Pit. Oh boy. Okay, we get some Dark Pit buffs and some regular Pit buffs. Maybe just, like, damage overall. And probably fix the hitboxes on forward air. Because I feel like people keep falling out of that. Yeah, I hear you, Pit mains and Dark Pit mains. I hear you. And then was it a cool thing is that, like, Smash Brothers Ultimate and Smash 4 actually canonically take place after Kid Icarus Uprising ends. If you actually use was it the Palutena's Guidance taunt, Pit's regular down taunt, you'll get a special conversation where they say, where did Dark Pit or Pitu go at the end of the game? And he's like, oh, well, I'm working with this character now. So that means that, like, everything that happens here is canonically, like, happening into, like, Kid Icarus. Even though I don't know if we're going to get another Kid Icarus game anymore, because there was a lot of stuff they covered in Uprising. But I'd love to see another game in the series. If only just to get, like, the multiplayer again. Oof. And besides, was it Sakurai did move on to Kid Icarus after he did Brawl after a while. And Dark Pit was inspired by a dark costume that Pit had. So that's cool. Though I will agree with a lot of other people, I wish Dark Pit had some more unique moves he could use. Because in the chapter where you fight Dark Pit, he uses multiple different weapons. Most importantly, the Easy Cannon. And a few others, but, like, that's the big one I remember because he just absolutely obliterated me with that item. So it would have been nice to see if they changed Dark Pit's, like, side B and his down B to, like, reflect that. Come on. Yeah, like, Nair and forward air, we need to fix those. Oh boy. No, Sephiroth. Stay away. Sephiroth. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Now that I think about it, yeah. So that was what is it? Allusion to, like, not Dark Pit, regular Sephiroth appearing in Smash Brothers. Because when you rewatch the trailer, you'll realize that it focuses on Pit for a little while. It's kind of funny because both Pit and Sephiroth are angels, well, referred to as angels. Pit is an actual angel, while Sephiroth is known as the one-winged angel. Plus, there was also, like, a Smash Brothers Sakurai post with Chrom on Palutena's temple, and it showed Chrom with wings behind him, so that was probably another, like, far off, like, hey, Sephiroth may be coming. Oh, well, there's the Mirror of Truth right there. So thank you for spoiling a 2012 game in 2020. I mean, was it the pits have a meteor, but it's not really like that good because you have to hit it at the very beginning of the attack. Yeah, the the lightning arm is just not that good. Electroshock. Is that enough? No, not yet. That should be. Hell yeah, we beat him with Dark Pit. We didn't even have to cheese him. I'm just that good with Dark Pit, I guess. All right. Not bad, Dark Pit. Not bad. It's just like, what is it? His neutral B projectile is a lot stronger than Pit's, though it doesn't have as much control. Very hard. All right, so who's next? I think Zero Suit Samus is next. Oh boy, this one might make the night a lot harder than it needs to be, because, I never play Zero Suit Samus. Like, honestly, I'm still amazed we did really good with Sheik on the first attempt, because I literally cannot play Sheik. Like, if you want characters that I can't play, it's Sheik, Fox, Zero Suit Samus, and maybe Bayonetta. Because the reason I can't play Bayonetta is because, what is it, when she was released, I stopped playing Smash Brothers 4 by that point, but also I lost my disc, and by that point I had already moved on to Xenoblade Chronicles X, still waiting for that game to get released on the Nintendo Switch. I'd totally play through all 200-something hours of that again. Especially like if they confirmed a new version, not just a new version, but also just like a sequel to that, because the game ends on a complete cliffhanger. And what is it, with the success of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, and then the remake of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, I'm like, yeah, it's time to like talk about the sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles X. Especially because Elma appears in 2, so it's like, okay, we know they're still doing stuff with the X universe if they're willing to have her appear there. Okay, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to beat Sephiroth out in a fight. Oh, nope. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one. Because, like, what was it, the technical characters? No, I can't use these characters that much. I just don't have any experience with them. Zero Suit, have I? Okay. So I played a little bit of Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo Classic, and I have both Metroid Prime 1 and 2, but I just haven't played that far into them. It's just like, I don't know if those are like my kind of games. Maybe like Metroid Prime 3 Corruption would be a better Prime game for me. But, you know, Metroid Prime 4, we're still waiting on that. Jeez, I remember when they announced that back in, was it? It was the summer going into senior year, so I was doing a summer school English preparation course that would help me write, a summer school English preparation course that would help me write my essay for my college, will help me write my college essay. And I just remember, like, I wasn't able to watch the Nintendo E3 Direct that day, so I was getting all these pings in my phone while I was sitting in class. And I remember Metroid Prime 4 was one of the big ones, and I was like so hyped for that because I believe I'd watched the reviews by Some Call Me Johnny, where he talked about like all the different Prime games, and I was just like, oh man, that would be really cool. And it broke my heart to hear that like they were starting like scrapping development and just redoing the whole game all over again. And it's like, it only makes me wonder. I'm like, is this going to be the Breath of the Wild where it's like you just wait years for this one game. And I honestly think, yeah, was it? This will probably be the last major game that comes to the Switch. I mean, yeah, Bayonetta 3 is also another one. Bayonetta 3 is probably another one that I think is going to take a long time to get here. Just because that game was announced so early into development. I think, it's been 3 years now, and we still haven't seen anything. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to focus on this more because I can't play this character. Yes, there's no way I'm gonna be able to just beat him in a one-on-one fight. Yeah, this is gonna have to be a cheese one. Okay, that dive kick, jeez. Like with Min Min, I'm used to it because I play Min Min. With Sheik, not so much. With Corins, it's better because it's a multi-hit. With Ridley's, I'm used to it because like he came with it built in. But Zero Suit Samus, I'm not used to it. So let's see. Any other thoughts I have on Zero Suit Samus? When she was revealed back in the Subspace Emissary, I actually thought that Zero Suit Samus and Samus were like two separate characters. But also, like, what is it? When Brawl came out, I had no idea who they were. I actually thought like, was it some of my friends thought she was Snake's girlfriend? Kind of funny thinking about all that stuff. Those were the easy days. The Brawl days, before any of us knew about like competitive items, and we all played Final Smashes, all items on Pokeballs, illegal stages. Good times. And we didn't really care about character reveals because we didn't know anyone at the time. Good time to be like a kid. Now you gotta like deal with the fact that everyone's fighting over who's gonna be in the game. Oh yeah, that cost me. If I just shielded right there, I would have probably survived. Though I doubt I would have been able to beat Sephiroth. All right. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. Okay, yeah, I just gotta somehow cheese Sephiroth. I mean, Zero Suit Samus has one of the higher jumps, so. Stun taser, come on. Yeah, this might be the character that breaks the night. It's like I dodge all the projectiles, but then get hit by the giant sword hitbox. 11:36. We are 25 minutes into streaming. I'm just trying to get as many characters as I can get done as quickly as we can, because I got a bad feeling that like I'm gonna be on the last day and I'm still not gonna be over like the Smash 4 roster yet. So like getting through Brawl is going to be the biggest like hassle, because after that, pretty much all the other characters after that, I'm pretty much got some familiarity with, just because like I played more of Smash 4 than I did a Smash Brawl. Oof. Like I know Zero Suit Samus, if you land the stall and fall at the very beginning, or if you get the down B at the right time, you can spike. So I'm not really sure what I can do here aside from just wail on him and then just like hope and pray I can knock him off. Oh boy. No. Yeah, crud. This is going to be the hard character to play here. Because I believe after this is Wario. And, like, while I might not be the best with Wario, at least he has, like, some really, like, good damage. He also has a really good nair I can use to, like, abuse. I'm dead. Oof. Yeah, one of the only, like, stall and falls that's really good because the sword has such a crazy big hitbox. Sephiroth, Shadow Flare. Oh, trust me, I've died a couple times with that. I'm honestly still amazed we beat him with Pichu. So how's your night going? We're about 29 minutes 38 seconds in, and we've been on Zero Suit Samus the longest out of all these characters, just because I've like no idea how to play her. Is that enough? Dang it, it was. It's like his AI doesn't allow him to go off the stage, and the fact that there's no platforms in this version of Sephiroth's stage. Like, the platforms would probably help, because then you can use them to get him farther away. This, it's just, alright, welcome to Final Destination. Zero Suit Samus's final smash, the Zero Laser. Well, you're in the gunship, so... Dang it. I can't play Zero Suit Samus. YZSS. Why? I need like a... I don't know any friends of mine, though, who play Zero Suit Samus, though. What? How did he get out of that so quickly? Ah, fudge. There was no way I could have done anything. He was about to get the one wing right there. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get him off the stage. Like, what am I supposed to do? How do I get him off? I can't just keep dash attacking him. There's the spike, but I was on stage, so it doesn't matter. Ah. Like, if we put him right there and just jump down immediately, would that be the first hit? God, he just slices and dices. Sephiroth slices and dices. Yeah, I think if I finish with Zero Suit Samus, I'll stop because oh my. Damn it. Like if I didn't get knocked back into that, I could have probably like hit him. Like this is just gonna be straight up me running at him, trying to just knock him as far away as I can. Trying to be fancy over here, aren't we? Why does that launch at such a weird angle? Just two-handed swing, just batter up. Fa-ching! Dead. Technical skill characters. I just can't play them. I got a bad feeling Greninja's gonna be like this too. Where's Robert Catch when you need him? Is that enough? Hey! Ayo! 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 We got him with the down air out of all things. We're only 40 minutes in. I can do another couple characters. I'm feeling like a lot better after getting that. We got the Stalin fall down air. Who's next? Wario, then Snake, then Ike. Okay. Snake will be easy because once you get him far enough, you could either forward air him or just Nikita him. Wario, let's see. Okay, I need to get used to this. Oof. Yeah, I could have used another jump right there. Okay. Gotta get used to how Wario plays. This will take some time. This will definitely take some time. It's a me, Wario. Wah, wah, wahoo. I've never played a Wario game. Dang it. Yeah, I didn't knock him far enough. I should have used the bike to just just plow right into him. That would have been real funny. Chomp. Yeah, Chomp heals him in this game, which is nice. I wonder, can I just grab him with Chomp and throw him under the stage like I thought with Kirby and DDD? You can do the same thing with K. Rool, too. You just, suck and cuck. Yeah, catch and release. I guess if anything, you can do the same thing with Yoshi also. I thought he grabbed me right there. Nope. Any Wario mains watching? Sorry, I'm disgracing your character. Now I think about, has Wario never been featured in a trailer? Like a CG trailer? I don't think he ever has. Like, aside from like the CG trailer in Brawl where he got introduced, I don't think he's been introduced in any others, like in Smash 4 or Ultimate. Which is crazy, actually. Like, of course, he was in the Joker trailer when Joker stole his bike. But aside from that, yeah, I don't think he's been in, like, CG. Wow. Oof. Wario's face. Yeah, so characters who haven't been in CG like trailers, minus Brawl, because Brawl had the whole story mode. Wario. Uh, let's see. Dark Samus doesn't count. Simon and Richter have been in there. Olimar was in the Smash 4 reveal for Charizard. Oof. Dark Pit was in his reveal / was also in the World of Light opening. Isabelle, I mean, she was only in her trailer. That's it so far. She hasn't appeared anywhere else. Wii Fit Trainer appeared in World of Light. DLC for Smash 4 doesn't really count. I mean, Smash Ultimate doesn't really count. Because, like, they were designed after. I mean, sure, they can appear in other trailers later on, like Banjo and Hero do. But let's see. Who else hasn't? Bowser Jr. has. Bowser has. Bowser was in Shulk. Lucina was in her trailer. Captain Falcon was in that one. Fox, Kirby, Dark Samus. Has Ness been in any of them? Ness was in Lucas's, but that wasn't CG. Jigglypuff, yeah, that's probably another one. Okay, yeah, we just need to cheese him off a cliff, I think. Yeah. There's no way we can beat Sephiroth with Wario. I've never played him. So after this would be Snake, and I've played a small amount of Snake. I was about to say a solid amount of Snake. Ugh. I can't even get any blows into him. And I don't think, well, Wario doesn't really have any spikes. So the only thing I got really is the chomp thing, or if I just knock him off. Nope. Okay, we're going to be suiciding a lot with Wario just to get him off the stage. One of these attempts will work, but the rest will be not in vain. Now's the best time, if any. Oof. Just like slashed right through me. I'll cut right to you. Advent, one angel. Do 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 do. Dang it, yeah, no, that little shadow flare messed me up. Here we go. Let's go, Sephiroth. Stick the blade diagonally and downward. Gosh, he just grabbed me, and that's all he needed to do. Just need to push him off. Just need to push him off. Come on. When you think you're hitting the shield button, but I guess you're not hitting it fast enough. Because I want to get a small way into the Brawl roster so that I can just mow through more of them tomorrow. I mean, I guess today now, because it is 12:05. Anton's online. I wonder what he's doing. Nope. I can't play Wario. Wario? More like Wario. Sephiroth gracefully slashes me to pieces. God, you can hear like the pressure triggers in like the back of the GameCube controller. Jesus, it's like let me in. He's just like, nope, 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 nope. Pushes me back. God, if you really want like the Great Wall, you have this character right here on like this high setting where he's just pushing you back. Nope. Oh, why even disload the stage if all I'm gonna do is just keep showing up again? Actually, maybe Harrison's really good with Wario. He did get Wario into Elite Smash after all. Oh, well, one wing, now we can't really cheese him. No. No! If I just hit him with something, I could have got him. I think that bike was a bad idea. Create a barrier in front of you to transform. When active, the barrier will block and deflect an attack. Oh, I got my blood pumping for that one. Oof. We go from like getting him down to like 2 hits to nothing. Gosh darn it. Like, that would have been really cool if we got him right there. I'm dead. Wow. first time figure player battles, it'll gain more experience than usual. Amiibos. Amiibos, Amiibros. Pose before Amiibos. Point. Ah. Come on, Wario, we can do this. Next up is Snake. No, I wanted to use the bike. I didn't want to grab the ledge. Yeah, no. Sephiroth. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Farther away. One hit left. Ah. I'm down to 46 again. It's just like one stray hit is all he needs. Sephiroth's origins. Soldier for Shinra Electric Company. Now let that sit in. The Electric Company has a private military. God, I'd hate to not pay DWP one day. I mean, imagine if they sent Sephiroth after you after you said I don't want to pay a power bill. They don't mess around. They're like, what? You refused our service? Oh, well. This is Shinra, what Amazon will probably be like in the future. They'll have their own private military force, and they'll have their equivalent of Sephiroth, who chases after you saying, pay your bill. Well, I guess you could get the scene from Magia Record, where Homura says to Tsukasa, pay bill. Or is it Sakuyo? No, Sakuyo. No. If I'd pushed him one more. Yeah, instead of going for that down air, if I'd just gone for another neutral air, I might have been able to hit him. But then, like, was it? The big problem is, how would I have ensured I got back? If I went for side B on the bike, I might have hit him. Nair, 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 nair. Nope. Ugh, never mind. That was a bad idea. Just right into the bike. God, it's like that scene from Cabin in the Woods. Am I really trying to fight him off? I'm just trying to knock him out. Like, he has a lot of, like, Wario's back throw gets a good amount of range. If I was able to get the damage up high enough and then back throw Sephiroth off. Ugh. Just sends me right to the Shadow Realm. Just right to the Shadow Realm. Jesus. Or if you're playing Bakugan, right to the Doom Dimension. Shoulder bash. Well, more like just dark energy punch. Wario Star and Roll was in Wario Land after he was the bad guy in the previous game. Ah, pierced. Ah, just like Lord of the Flies, just getting absolutely pierced and shattered. Kalos Pokemon League. Boy, do I wish I was playing on that stage. What? It's like he attacks faster than I can grab. I know, like, grabs are horrible in this game, but still. Gosh, like, Smash games when grabs are good. Hell yeah, we got him. Alright. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. I can't falsetto. I was a tenor 2 in college, in high school. Probably should have been a bass 1. Alright, so next up is Snake. Snake, Snake, Snake. Dun dun dun. Do 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 do. Do do do. I have no experience with the Metal Gear Solid franchise either. Okay, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. We're going to have to go for a Gimp again. Like, Wario is one of those characters I wish we had beat him with, but I feel like it's going to have to be a Gimp. Oh god, that means Olimar's coming up soon. And I really can't play Olimar. Like, I used to think Olimar was really bad back in Smash Brawl just because I didn't know. Does he hit right through it? Yeah, that was a close one though. That Nikita blast on myself. I mean, the C4 was a bad idea. Because I thought I could blow him up and get him out of, like, touching me so that I could, like, try grabbing him. Kept you waiting, huh? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ah, yeah, I just need to play careful with Snake. The grenades explode 2.5 seconds after the pin is pulled out. Forward air with Snake. Oh man, I don't know why, but that felt really oddly like satisfying on all the wrong levels just for how much like shine was in all that. The clock on the stage actually tells in real time. I mean, you'd never be able to tell, but same thing with the Animal Crossing stage. Snake, snake, snake. Doot 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 doot. Oh my god, stop skewering me. Gosh, he just freaking just. He's like Iron Chef over here. Sephiroth on the next Iron Chef. And today I'll teach you how to serve up Kirby. Oh my god, he just freaking does all that damage. Oh, Oh man, he sent me straight down into the stratosphere of the stage again. Snake hand grenade. Got him. Heyo. Get me out of here. I was so worried I almost got stage spiked. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. Alright, we got him with Snake. Who's next? Select your difficulty. Very hard. Yes. It doesn't matter when you're very hard. All I gotta do is send you off. Next is Ike. Okay, Ike should be easier. Okay, because there's Pokemon Trainer Ike. So Olimar's towards the very end. Jesus, we still have a whole nother row to go through of Brawl characters. New fighters join the fray. Alright. We could always try cheesing him with the up B with Ike. I should call my friend. I should call Josh because he's really good with Ike. Hey, the guy with the original giant sword has come. He wants his sword back. The original Smash Pretty Boy called. He wants his sword and his Pretty Boy status back. The most popular character in all of Fire Emblem. Let's go. Oof. Though, what was it? That was taken way before the Fire Emblem Three Houses days. So for all we know, there could be more Edelgard fans than we anticipated. It's all about our Lord and Savior, Edgelord Edelgard. So, Ike, let's see. So I've never played Ike's game specifically, but I've played a couple Fire Emblem games. Let's see. I also picked him as my Choose Your Legends character back when he was available in Heroes. And then I just remember he was like really good in that game. And then I don't know if I ever got Brave Ike. Oof. Oh, is that it? Hey-oh! We got him! Dune, 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 Sephiroth. Hell yeah, we got him. Alright, who's next? I think it was Pokemon Trainers next. I think we should just swap the Charizard automatically. Yeah, Pokemon Trainer. Yeah. Charizard probably, just because Charizard has the spike, slash Charizard's also the heaviest. Ivysaur would also probably be a good choice if I was to do this. Because I know Introspective did this with Charizard, and he knocked him off. Ah, nah. Dang it. Alright, let's try Ivysaur this time. Everyone did great. Gosh, Pokemon Trainer. I wish they gave, like, the male trainer his voice from Brawl, because that was so good. As for my experiences with Pokemon, oh my gosh, I was a huge Pokemon fan. Like, I religiously watched every episode of the original series. Like, by that I mean, like, Kanto and the, was it the Orange Islands? I watched a little bit of Johto. I watched a little bit of Hoenn. I watched the entire Sinnoh series. I watched the entire Unova series. And oh man, I watched a decent amount of X and Y. I watched the very beginning and then the very end of it, just because I kind of got lost in the middle of all of it. I watched the very beginning of Sun and Moon, and that was it. And then I haven't watched a single episode of Galar. And then I rewatched, was it most of the Pokemon movies during spring break this year, because it was all in anticipation for the Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution movie. And I was like, I need to see what this looks like, just because me and a bunch of people were talking about like all the Pokemon movies, and we were saying, no, some Pokemon movies were better than others, and others were like, no, no, the Pokemon movies were always bad. And I'm like, no, they weren't. They were some pretty good ones. And so I remember I just spent 1 week sitting down watching every single Pokemon movie we had, and like, holy crap, some of them are amazing. Like, some of them are still amazing to this day, not only for like the art style and the story they were telling in the year they came out, but just for like, what is it, the content that was in some of those movies compared to what comes out today, especially compared to a lot of anime movies I've seen recently. Looking at you, Madoka Magica movie, feeling really incomplete. So yeah, my thoughts on all the Pokemon movies. All right, the first movie will always be a classic one. I didn't realize how dark it was, slash also like how amazing the art was. Like the first, when I rewatched it, I was like, whoa, this is impressive. And then it's like, was it the first Pokemon movie is also the one that had like the craziest story, just because like that was also the first attempt. Was it? And then the second Pokemon movie is definitely my favorite Pokemon movie of all time. The second movie, oh man, I could watch that literally any day. Long car trip, long airplane ride, slap that sucker on. Oh, that would be just a great hour. The third Pokemon movie was the Entei movie. And as a kid, I never liked it. I always just thought it was too scary. I also didn't like the unknown, and I didn't appreciate the story. But going back as an adult, because I'm 21 now, but I was 20 when I watched it, I'm like, oh my god, like the Entei movie like shocked me of how good it was. I was like, holy crap, this movie's incredible. Like just now, if like the themes it's telling are just they hit really close to home. Of course, my dad didn't transform into like some crazy creature, but was it? He was gone for a small amount of my life because he was doing work in New York. So that feeling of having your dad disappear, yeah, that definitely felt close to home. Now, I believe that was also a theme in The Land Before Time as well. I believe, yeah, the 10th movie did that. Land Before Time, god, I should go back and rewatch all of those at some point. So yeah, next after that is the fourth Pokemon movie, which is Celebi. Which I guess I liked it the least out of all the movies I went back to rewatch. It definitely felt the most like, because I think that was the first one I really watched. Like as a kid, like that was the one that I think like was one of the first Pokemon movies that I watched, and I honestly felt really underwhelmed by it. Maybe just because like I was hyping myself up for the fifth movie, which was always a favorite of mine. That's the one with Latios and Latias. And like when I rewatched that movie, you got to realize something. Brock and Misty are only there for like the first 15 minutes, and then they're basically just gone from the rest of the movie. It's like absolutely insane. And it's one of those movies where it's like, it's the last movie in the original like art style with the original like Ash and company, and it's like it almost feels like whoa. And it's like part of me wishes though like Ash kept the Latias at the very end of the movie because like originally there was plans for Ash to do that, but then people would have been really confused why he had it. I'm like, oh well, what if we then made it so like it was maybe like was like a 4 or 5 episode like special. So I really like that one, though I was like honestly like I think I had overhyped myself up too much for that movie because it kind of made me like not enjoy the fourth movie as much. And then was it? Then I watched Mewtwo Returns, which technically you watched that after the third movie. I just watched it after I finished the original five, just because. And that was the first TV special, which is a continuation of the first movie. And I'll say right now, it was weird to see how like that movie. It felt the 1 hour felt really different with that one. Oops. The 1 hour that was the original like special compared to all the other movies, maybe it was a combination of the art style of the story they were telling, but it just felt so slow and drawn out, while the movies felt like they were just going like this with action, 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 like beat after beat, important story moment after important story moment. So maybe there was like my biggest like gripe with like those original movies and then the special, because after that was the Generation 3 movies, which was first was it Jirachi Wishmaker. This one, like, I barely remembered that much about it heading back in, so I was actually really interested to see what people were saying about this one. Because I remember Butler was the main bad guy, but one of the big points I like to see with all the Pokemon movies is just seeing if do they keep any continuity. And it's interesting to see that they did that with this one because they said they mentioned Misty in this one, and they mentioned like how Ash had to like stop seeing her and his old friends from the previous region because at the very end of Johto, everyone decides to go their own way. And if you if you watch Pokemon, was it not Crystal Chronicle? Yeah, Pokemon Chronicles. You see what Misty does after she leaves Ash and company. And then after that is Destiny Deoxys, which I know a lot of people say that one's pretty bad. I actually like that one. Maybe it was just like the big cast of characters that were involved, but maybe it was also just the futuristic setting about it too. But it was also, yeah, I like the big cast in that one. Like the Pokemon movies where they have multiple cast characters who appear frequently throughout the movie, because that's something you start to notice with some Pokemon movies, is that they introduce these characters and then they just disappear from the movie. Like in the original movie, you get the 4 other trainers who, I guess, do something. Not much, though. They do a little bit. And in the second movie, it's the girl who drives the boat in the very beginning. Once they drop her off on the first island when Ash is going to get the first orb, if you realize something, she never appears in the movie after that. She's just gone. And she's essentially gone, what is it, in like the first 30 minutes, and it's like she never comes back after that, which is kind of like, oh. It's almost like the writers forgot about her. In the third movie, there's the girl with the Apom Ash battles in the very beginning, who is there and then just disappears after she gives Ash her Poketch. Not Poketch, Pokegear. The fourth movie, you get the original. You get Professor Oak as a kid. And then you get like that family who's living in the forest. But aside from that, that's it. Because you also get the guy Ash battles at the very beginning, but that's the trainer. That's like the obligatory like trainer he fights in the very beginning. Movie 5, the extra characters, like the one guy Misty races against in the very beginning, he's only seen there, and then like he gives them the jewel, the Altomare, and then leaves. Let's see. And then after that, the other characters are mainly focused on instead of Misty and Brock. Let's see who else. Yeah, that's that movie. And then we go back to Jirachi, which has a very small cast, which is actually nice because they're focused on throughout the whole movie. And it's the first time like we start was it integrating like other team villains because was it Magma is the background bad guy in that movie because that's who Butler was working for. And then Diane, who's his girlfriend, and then that just leaves Team Rocket, who's sort of there. And then there's just the original cast, and we follow them. Pretty nice and knit. Destiny Deoxys has the big cast of characters, but like even though like they kind of step on each other's screen time, I also liked how the movie was longer too, so we got more time to talk to these people slash also have more time to battle and build the world of Pokemon. Because like that was the one thing I hated about some movies is that like you want more in them. Like Thor Ragnarok, you want more in that movie, but like yeah, you get your 90 minutes. The same thing applies to a lot of Pokemon movies where you want there to be more stuff they do. After that was what is it? It was the Mystery of Mew one. That was Lucario. Honestly, like I know a lot of people said they really enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much. Like I thought it was incredible, like watching it, but like it was a weird one just because like that ending scene, not the ending scene, but just the scene where everyone gets like disintegrated by the trees. That's like I don't know. That was a little too much for me, and it still like weirds me out all this time later. And then after Lucario, yeah, so with Lucario, the extra characters were Sir Aaron, the princess, the maid, and then Kid. That was a decent cast. It was basically Pokemon Lord of the Rings, and then Lucario was there. It was interesting though, because like the story had taken a massive turn to like do this crazy like like man out of time story. So that was nice. And then there was the Manaphy movie, which I really enjoyed growing up. It's the reason why Manaphy is one of my favorite Pokemon. Was that movie, but also it's the first movie like aside from what is it the Jirachi movie that really focuses on a character other than Ash because that movie is May's movie. And was it then you also get the Pokemon Rangers introduced, which I always thought was really cool because Ranger 1 I thought was like the hardest game in this series. Ranger 2 had the best story, and then Ranger 3 has the best replayability with the online missions, which I still haven't completed. I was on the Dark Temple with a couple friends and my cousins before we stopped playing. And like we tried to make it like so at every anime expo we get together and we try finishing it. Honestly, I don't know if we're ever going to be able to finish it at this rate. But yeah, Pokemon Ranger, Temple of the Sea King, really good movie. The antagonist is interesting. It's too bad though it wasn't like Team Aqua though. So then that's the end of the Generation 4 movies. I mean, there's also the was it? There's the Masquerade movie. I believe that was the Mirage Master. That was okay. I kind of thought Mirage Master could have been like better, but as a special, ooh, we beat him. As a special, Mirage Master was just okay because it was the weirdest concept ever. Though it's also canonically the last appearance of Misty in the entire Pokemon series, aside from when she came back in Generation 7, of course. Because was it? There was also the fishing rod Ash used that had Misty on it. But let's see the other Pokemon movies. I guess I'll go through these because I have no experience with Diddy Kong or Lucas. So then after that, we get to the really good one, which was Darkrai, which was the Darkrai movie. Which honestly, I'd completely forgotten about that one, but I didn't realize how incredible it was. Like, I say it's the second best Pokemon movie right after the second one. Like, and it's really close to, like, that movie. Holy crap! Like, if I wanted to rewatch a movie from like the Arceus trilogy, that would be the one every single time, without a doubt. Like, I remember watching that movie the first time, back in either first or second grade, and just contemplating like everything that happened in that movie the next day in class. Like, that was all I could think about, was just that movie and just all the important like characters who appeared there, and then just like the overall like message, how Darkrai is always perceived to be the horrible bad guy, but he actually turned out to be the good guy in this movie. So that was just something I really liked about that one. Let's see, the Shaman movie. Oh my gosh, there was a funny story I can tell about the Shaman movie. So me and my mother one day were going up to oof, that was a spectacular explosion. So me and my mother were going up to Monterey because this was, I believe, fourth going into fifth grade, and we were going to see all the different mansions for my like the California missions. But she also just wanted to go up there, so we go up there, and while we're in the middle of the grapevine slash also like the middle of like just nowhere, I'm watching that movie in the background because I got Pokemon Platinum. And I remember it gets we're in the middle of a bunch of grape fields and wine fields, and it gets really like dark and rainy all of a sudden out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden, like what is it? Out of the blue, like the light shines down once we get to the nearest town, and it shines down on a McDonald's out of all places. And I'm like, it's a sign from God. We got to go to McDonald's for some reason. So we do that, and I remember watching the Shaman movie in the car in the background. So I'll always remember the movie for that. I like Shaman a lot, but I didn't realize, yeah, the movie, like, comparing it to the Darkrai movie, it's nowhere near as good as the Darkrai movie. But, like, as a sequel to the Darkrai movie, it's perfectly fine. Because it builds off the continued story. Oof. And then, like, was it? Then there's the Arceus movie, which, I'll be 100% honest. As a little kid, I never liked it. And even as an adult, I didn't like it that much. And I think because it's the first time in my life, when I was, what is it, in fourth grade, that I had overhyped myself for a movie. Like, have you ever, like, people overhype themselves for things all the time. That movie was the first thing I ever overhyped myself for. Like, you want the original, like, this is the moment I've realized I should not listen to everything I see on the internet. This is that one right there. Like, back in early YouTube, there was like a video, there were tons of videos online about this movie, and how what it was going to be is all the characters from all the original movies, like all the previous ones, along with all the characters and all the legendary Pokemon, were going to come together for this big final battle to stop Arceus from like destroying the world. And it was going to be like all the characters were going to show up, and it was going to be this climactic like finale, not just to the original like three movies in that trilogy, but then all the other movies that came prior. And it was like, oh my god, it was literally Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame that like that guy had basically written out, but it was for Pokemon movies, and it was on YouTube. I should probably see if that video still exists, but it was that video that made me like think like, oh my gosh, this movie's going to be absolutely incredible. And it's the reason why when I went in to watch it, I was so underwhelmed, because I was like, where's all the characters? Where's all the legendary Pokemon? Oof. And like, yeah, that was just like, that was the biggest like disappointment of like my childhood, was like the Arceus movie, because I'd overhyped myself too much for it. And then it's also just Arceus's voice actor. I don't know, the ear grade it did to me, and the fact they called it Arceus when in Pokemon, what is it, Battle Revolution, they said Arceus. It was also the fact that Arceus didn't really like do much in that movie. I'm trying to remember like where it took place in the Sinnoh region as well, because was it Darkrai took place after they got out of Heart Home City, and then what is it? No, yeah, and then the next movie took place right when they got to Canaleve City. So I'm trying to remember where that one took place. But the Sinnoh anime, I know there was like a bunch of fluff in there, but I thought it was a really good anime to like watch. Just because like at the very end, Ash brought a bunch of his Pokemon back from like the previous seasons, and I wish he did that earlier in the series, so like we could have got more. Because the Sinnoh anime prior to what is it, Generation prior to prior to Gen 7 is like the last time like we really have continuity in the anime. Because Generation 4 is like we get a bunch of characters from previous seasons who come back. We get references to like previous events that happened. We get Pokemon from previous seasons. And it feels like, oh yeah, this is one big connected world. Because Gen 5 basically throws all that out the window and says we're going to reboot Ash and all the characters. And it was really disappointing watching like the Gen 5 anime. Of course, I didn't know about the earthquake in Japan, how that affected like the Team Rocket arc. But I just remember, like, it was slow, boring. Ash felt a lot dumber than he was before. And it just felt like we were just slogging through the entire series, just painstakingly waiting for, like, a moment to, like, get something interesting. And because, the Gen 5 games have the most incredible story out of the series, yet, like, the Gen 5 anime and the Gen 5 movies were so bad. Oh, yeah, I didn't do the, Zoroark movie. I don't know. The Zoroark movie, I watched that during the black and white tour back at I think it was one of the local malls here. And I should have been more hyped for it because it was the last movie to use Dawn and like Brock. But I don't know. I just felt it was really underwhelming. I mean, it was an interesting message though about like don't trust the media. I guess we can like take that into consideration now in 2020, right? And it was just, I don't know. I just felt like that movie was kind of meh, just because they made like Zoroark to be the main antagonist, but it really was just this one crazy like rich Jeff Bezos kind of guy who had control of the media over this one town, and he was just trying to like get the power to see the future again. Kodak, yeah, Kodai. And then that leads us to what can only be described as the Generation 5 movies, which I didn't rewatch. So I think I should probably stop talking about like my tangent with all the Pokemon movies and all the Pokemon seasons. Because I never rewatched those. I mean, I could rewatch them at some point. Oof, okay, yeah. I should probably go back to focusing on Diddy Kong. 1 hour, 50 minutes into the stream, it is 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Let's see. After Diddy Kong, we have Lucas, Sonic, DDD. I might stop it soon just because it's getting a little late now at night. So yeah, we'll stop it once we finish with Diddy Kong. So Meta Knight the Diddy Kong, not bad. So was it pre-patch Diddy Kong in Smash 4? I used to play him all the time because he was really good. Post-patch, not as much anymore. Oof, right through the head. So Diddy Kong has a spike. Um, should probably go for that now because I've been trying to fight him. Let's go. Yeah, so Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong Racing. So that was a game I played a long time ago. On the DS, though, more specifically. And, like, honestly, that was a lot of fun. Like, I never got to the final Whiz Pig battle, like, in space, but... Oh. I never got to the final battle there, but, like, I honestly thought Diddy Kong Racing was a cool game. Especially on the DS, because it was, like, my first time experiencing it. I think, if in fact it wasn't, I think the cartridge is sitting right over there. If they made another Diddy Kong Racing game, I'd be sure to buy it. Oh, gosh. If this was like Smash 4 Diddy Kong or like Brawl Diddy Kong with the two bananas, oh man, we'd be getting those hoo-has in right now. Need to like see how like Diddy Kong's throws, are they good or bad? Because if I can just knock Sephiroth off the stage. Oof, no. Ugh. Diddy Kong got his recovery nerfed up the butt, that's for sure. Challenger's approach, I haven't used that feature in a long time. Oh my gosh, Diddy Kong, why do your barrels blow up so much? Oh. Heart-shattering. Yeah, so once I finish with Diddy Kong, I'll stop because we're about to hit the 2-hour marker. Oof. Yeah, we're about halfway through the Brawl roster, sort of. Jeez. Brawl added a lot of characters. Oof. Oh, 1:10 at night on your Saturday, Los Angeles, California. Oh, why, thank you, Sephiroth, for that very kind down air to your doom. Okay, I guess if there's a way to end a stream, it's definitely like that. Thank you for watching. It is now 1:12 at night. We have just crossed the 2-hour marker. All right, so how many characters do we have left we have to go through? So we still have to go through how many more characters for Brawl? We have Lucas, Sonic, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more characters for Brawl. Not bad. Not bad. All right, characters part 3. We go from Meta Knight to Meta Knight to Diddy Kong. All right. Save. All right, and ending stream.